Welcome back to Midday. We are joined by Tom Konopsky and his lovely wife, Marion Konopsky. Thank you both for being here. And Tom, welcome back to the studio. Of course, Tom, our former cameraman here at CFJC News and a longtime colleague for all of us. So welcome back.
Thank you. Good to be here again.
Absolutely. It's great to have you. So we're talking about the Barnhartvale Coffee House Open Mic Contest. So Tom and Marion, your group is called Brown-Eyed Molly. You perform regularly, I believe. Is that right, at the coffee house?
That's correct.
And you're on the board as well. So can you talk a little bit about the open mic contest? It's January 19th, but what is this really all about, Tom?
Well, this is the third year we've done this, and it is like any other open mic event we host in that performers, be it a musician, a singer, a poet, even a stand-up comedian, are invited to come out and give it their best shot. Usually we allow 3 songs for musicians, but due to the popularity of the open mic contest that we have every January, we're asking performers to bring your 2 best songs. If there's time, you may get a third.
Right.
Otherwise, a 10-minute limit if you're doing the spoken word.
Yeah. I didn't realize that it was also, it's not just musicians, it's any artist really in that sense. You say poets and people.
It tends
like
to be mostly musicians,
yeah,
but we don't limit it totally to just musicians.
What is it like seeing people that may not get a chance to perform all the time being able to get out there and do this?
It's great. It's a very warm and inviting group and supportive audience. And so people who may be there for playing for their first time, you know, they get as much applause and support as what people who are the regulars there.
Before we get to a few more details on the open mic, let's talk a little bit about Brown-Eyed Molly. How long have you been playing together at the coffee house?
This would be, what, our 3rd season?
Okay.
And it was actually attending the coffee house as an audience member that we decided, well, let's give this a shot. And so we've gone through the same process that
Good for you.
young performers are, younger than us at least.
What kind of music do you play? What would you say the genre is?
Well, being as young as we are, we're from the 60s, basically. Grew up in the 60s, and that's where our hearts are.
Yeah.
But we also play some contemporary stuff, but I would say that we are retro 60s and folk.
Well, wonderful. We heard you a little earlier on, and we're going to let everyone else hear this performance by Tom and Marion, of course, Brown-Eyed Molly. But Marion, what's the song choice that you decided to perform today?
Well, we're doing the ballad of Jesse James. Okay. And this is a song kind of from the Civil War era, or the post-Civil War era, and the outlaw Jesse James. Part of the song is that he was an outlaw, but he also tried to go incognito in town and live with his wife and family in town. And so he went under the name of Mr. Howard. What was his first name?
Thomas.
Thomas Howard. Oh,
Tom. All right. Well, let's have a listen, everybody.
Jesse James was a man, he had killed many men, and his brother Frank shared the blame. And he stole from the rich, and he gave to the poor. He'd a hand and a heart and a brain. Well, now Jesse had a wife, a lady all her life, and she raised 3 children to be grown. The little coward that shot Mr. Howard has laid old Jesse in his grave. Well, 'twas on a Wednesday night, yeah, the moon was a-shining bright. He and Frank, they robbed the Glendale train. And the folks from miles about, they said without a doubt, was the work of the brothers Frank and Jesse James. Well, now Jesse had a wife, a lady all her life, children to be grown. But the dirty little cowards that shot Mr. Howard, they've laid old Jesse in his grave. Charlie Ford, those dirty little cowards. Yeah, I wonder how they feel. For they ate of Jesse's bread, and they slept in Jesse's bed. Now they've laid old Jesse James in his grave. Well, now Jesse had a wife to mourn for his life. Then she raised 3 children, they were brave. But history does record that Bob and Charlie Ford, they've laid old Jesse James in his grave. Well, the people held their breath when they heard about Jesse's death, and they wondered how he'd fall. Well, it was Robert Ford, in fact. Well, he shot him in the back. Well, he hung a picture on the wall. Well, now Jesse had a wife to mourn for his life, and she raised 3 children to be grown. But history does record that Bob and Charlie Ford, they've laid old Jesse James in his grave. Yeah, they've laid old Jesse James in his grave. Well, they've laid old Jesse James in his grave.
Oh, you're so amazing. Love seeing you guys perform. Brown-Eyed Molly. Quickly before we go, Tom, just talk a little bit about what the winner gets for this contest.
Well, the winner gets the opportunity to come back in the following coffee house season and perform as a paid feature act.
Fantastic. And also, Tom was mentioning, and Marion, that you don't have to compete to be in this open mic contest. You can still take part.
That's right. New this year, performers, if you want to compete, you'll play back-to-back with other competitors in a A group. And when the A group is finished, the audience can cast their ballots.
Perfect.
And a short intermission, and the non-competitors come on and do their thing.
Wonderful. Well, thank you both for joining us, and thanks for your lovely performance. Barnhartvale Coffee House Open Mic Contest is on January 19th, and you can check out some more information by visiting their website. We're back in a couple of minutes. Stay with us.